I'm Sal.
I'm Beth.
We're the Brewery Lovers at Yards Brewery in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. One of Philadelphia's first micros, if not the first. I'm not sure.
Established 1994.
94. Now, here's the thing. We have a history with Yards because we've been drinking Yards since the first drop basically was brewed. In 1994, they had a little teeny tiny brewery, basically a homebrew system. And there was only one place you could get Yards. That was Dawson's Pub in Manayunk. And we used to go to Dawson's Pub just to drink Yards because we heard this rumor that there was a brewery opening in Philadelphia. Of course, since then, Philadelphia's exploded for craft beer. And but Yards was one of the first, definitely a pioneer. This is their, I don't know, third or fourth brewery?
I don't know.
It's really beautiful. I mean, they did an incredible job with this place. It's on Spring Garden. And of course, a full menu because it's Pennsylvania. They can serve food. But the beer's really good. And the place is amazing, and you should definitely check it out. What are we drinking? This is Long John's. Great name for a Philadelphia beer. If you don't know the word John, I'll put it in the doobly-doo. Look it up. It's pretty funny. And that's a winter lager. I haven't tried it yet. It's very malty and toasty aroma.
Originally in that spot there was Filthy, their tropical citrusy IPA, but we finished that quickly.
I was going to say, what happened to the Filthy?
It's gone already. This is the Blood Orange IPA, yeah. Which it tastes like blood orange pith.
The aroma is crazy fruity.
It's
just super
right
tropical
on
and super citrusy. And it's really beautiful.
This is Level Up. We've been drinking that in bottles because we love it and we love the price.
Level Up is a really nice IPA and it's not expensive. So in the Philadelphia area, if you're in bottle shops, it's pretty easy to find and it's pretty nice. And it's nowhere near as expensive as some other microbrews, so we like it a lot.
This is Cryo
because it's good, not just because it's inexpensive.
The last one is Cryopop,
Cryopop's
which
double,
is a
right?
double.
Yeah.
And they're all tasty and they're all well attenuated and.
Yeah, this is well-made beer. I mean, these guys have it dialed in. They've been doing it for a long, long time. Of course, there are breweries that have been doing it for a long, long time that do not have it dialed in, but Yards is not among them. So, solid beer always. I forget which is which.
And free parking for
That's
2
the
hours.
Level Up. Yeah, if you find a spot on the street, you can park for 2 hours. You pop in for lunch or whatever. But really cool spot, and they did a beautiful job with this building. I think I'm trying to remember. Is this was this the maternity clothing factory?
I don't know.
It was some kind of factory
Did not do
back
that
in the
research.
day. Yeah, that I'm going from memory there. That may be off, but anyway, check out Yards when you're in Philadelphia. One of the pioneers.
Cheers.
Cheers. What are we drinking?
Yards Pale Ale, brewed in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
Yards go-to, kind of.
Which will always have a soft spot in my heart, because that's where I went to college.
We're pretty sure Yards was the first micro in Philly. Dock Street predated them by quite a few years, but they were a brew pub. And as far as we know, Yards was the first production micro in Manayunk and then a bunch of other places. Anyway, you already saw that video. What happened is we went to Triple Bottom, which we loved, but the music was so loud in there that we couldn't do this there. So
Yeah.
we're doing it here instead.
Yep.
And then we continued on to a couple of other places. But Triple Bottom was really interesting. Well, number one, the beer was really good. They had, what? They had a bunch of stuff.
They had an IPA, a West Coast IPA, a hazy, a juicy, a Czech lager, a Martin, a Fest.
And the day we were there,
a
they
Goza,
also had
a blood orange sour.
Yeah, Goza and a blood orange sour. I don't know that we tried those two. I don't remember, but the West Coast IPA was phenomenal. I mean, just phenomenal. And all the beers were like right down the middle. Really well made, well crafted.
True to style.
True to style. Plus, the bonus, tell them about Triple Bottom.
Well, we just loved the whole philosophy of the facility. It's Triple Bottom is it's 3 bottom lines. It's beer, people, and planet. And it's run by individuals who have experienced either incarceration or homelessness. And I have to tell you, they're some of the sweetest, most attentive, well-informed beer serving staff I've ever met.
Yeah, the staff was phenomenal. And the place is really kind of nice. It had giant windows. I don't know what it was. It's
Beautiful
in
murals, beautiful lighting.
Old turn-of-the-century building with really airy and open. And
Right on Spring Garden Street, just steps from Yards.
yeah, it's right down the street from Yard. So you do one, then the other.
And we parked for free, which is always a bonus when you're in a city.
Especially in Philadelphia. Then we went over to Source, which we know Source as a Central New Jersey brewery.
And Colt's Neck.
Colt's Neck.
On a farm.
Yeah. We didn't even know this. We kind of stumbled on it. They opened on the site of the old Fishtown Brew Pub in Fishtown. They put in a little brewery. We're not sure.
Brew pub.
Yeah, brew pub.
Great food.
Yeah, well, everything's a brew pub almost in Pennsylvania.
Well, in Pennsylvania.
Kind of, sort of. But beer was unbelievably good. I mean, again, right down the middle. They had, tell them what they had. They had a Kolsch.
Kolsch. They had an all Amarillo IPA, a West Coast IPA. They did a bunch of pastry.
These big,
Stout and IPAs,
big
really
giant,
desserty, yummy.
big giant high alcohol stouts.
High
with,
ABV stuff.
Yes, they were creamy mouthfeel and they were really something.
But then they had a Czech Pilsner, a Dunkelsbach, a Munich Dunkel.
We wanted the
traditional lager stuff.
I was really excited when I saw the Munich Dunkel, but it was off that day. They were out of it or whatever. But the beers we had there were just phenomenal. It's a small space, kind of understated beer, like really, really good. We'll be going back there for sure.
Yep.
Then, this was a total accident. We were going from, I don't know, point B to point C, and we saw where Yards used to be, their former location. They've been in like 5 places, but the last place they were before the Spring Garden Street, another brewery took that over, and that's called Mainstay. It's a brewery, kitchen, bakery. Lost Bread is the name of the bakery.
Yep.
And they have barbecue in there. We didn't eat, but the menu looked pretty good.
But it's this huge space.
Yeah, if you've ever been to that Yards, you remember how big it is, and it seems even bigger now. I don't know if they took down a wall or something, or if it's just the way I remember it.
If you've ever taken your kids to McDonald's just so the kids can play, this had a huge literal playground for children. There was literally a children's birthday party going on at the brewery. You know, and the kids were not a distraction to us. They were that far away. They were so entertained.
Yeah, and they had their own little corner, sort of. But video games, basketball hoop,
playground. There was an entire indoor playground.
Yeah.
With like a ship and slides and climbing things.
Yeah, it was really nice. For all these reasons, it was named the best bar to take your kids by Philadelphia Magazine.
And it should also be named best brewery to take your dog, because they have a whole dog park across the street.
It was a dog-free dog park the day we were there.
Well, it was really, really cold.
Yeah, it was like 20 degrees
so nobody
the day
was
we went.
taking their dog out that
But
day.
you get an idea what the dog park looks like.
But so it's so super friendly for anybody.
And a real funky vibe. They have like old amusement park parts. Like I was looking at these paintings. I mean, that looks so familiar. What is that? I realized it's the painting from the side panel of a carousel.
Right.
And like weird art and old photographs. It was just kind of a cool vibe. Beer was solid. I know we had some IPAs. They have a bunch of stuff, a bunch of styles. They have a couple, 3 IPAs, a Kolsch,
Amber,
an amber, a lager, a tropical IPA, a double dry hop IPA. This is basically today's list. We just checked the website. A stout, a Hefeweizen, a Pilsner, and a Berliner Weiss. I actually have 2 Pilsners on right now. So they're pretty ambitious with their beer portfolio. But that's a place, the beer's good, and the space is really amazing, especially if you have kids and or dogs. That's pretty much...
millennials. There was lots of games.
Yeah,
We
lots of
played
games.
Jenga,
Jenga,
which
right.
I only play when I'm drinking because it makes me so anxious. But I don't like it when things crumble like that. But I played.
So for beer, Source and Triple Bottom, absolutely right down the middle. Yards and...
Those are like perfect places to go meet somebody
Yeah.
and hang out and get something to eat, have great beers.
Yards and Mainstay, great space, good beer, solid beer.
Yeah, take
And,
the whole family.
So this is, I haven't had one of these in a long time. This is one of Yard's oldest in their portfolio, Philly Pale. It's a lower alcohol, 4.5%. It's kind of okay. It's not real hoppy. It's not crazy in any direction. But
Well, it's a like 1990s beer.
Yeah, and it's nicely
before
balanced.
everything got crazy.
I like it. It's almost, I can see where they were going for the, this is like a gateway drug to craft. Because it tastes like a really good, like almost like a continental lager, even though it's not. It's obviously ale. But it's not super fruity or super hoppy or
No, if you're
just a straight
used to
ahead.
drinking a American macro,
Yeah, but it's got
this would be how you get to craft beer.
and it's got a nice hop finish and beautiful color. Look at that.
Yep,
Crystal
perfect. Clear.
But it's funny because this is all I said we should be drinking Yards beer for this video. This is one I could find today, and I haven't had one of these in a long time. But that's a darn good pale ale.
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
All
Good.
right.
Go to
Cheers.
Philly. There's plenty to
Oh, by
drink
the
in
way,
Philly.
yeah, this was almost like just off the cuff. It was not really planned well. We just kind of bopped
No,
around.
it was just kind of like getting together with our kid for lunch.
Yeah,
but
and we just, literally just barely scratched the surface. Philadelphia has exploded with craft beer, and you, 4 breweries is nowhere near enough for Philly, but it's a start, and we figured we'd let you guys in on it and see what we experienced.
I go to visitphilly.com.
Yeah, you can say it.
Or you wish you knew. You, the word wish.
I'll put it in
You.
You don't have to spell it.
Okay. You wish you knew. Great websites for figuring out what's going on in Philly, where to eat, where to drink. It's an amazing resource.
Yeah, they both are good. All right, with that, put Philly on your list,
Yep.
and we'll be back there.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.